ladies and gentlemen, this is Crystal Tia, and in this tutorial I want to show you how you can create a professional looking YouTube design. I already did such a design. I'm going to show you what I created myself. My design fairly looks like this, so I used this, here we have some boxes, here the icons of my main tutorials, what I'm going to do with these. Here all these big boxes with some swirls and all that stuff. Here's some ice font looking thing, and yeah, so that's what we're gonna do today. It's pretty easy, so you don't have to worry. I'm doing this tutorial because I actually recognized that there are a lot of requests from people how you can do a professional YouTube design in GIMP, because many guys actually show how to do this on Photoshop. So I want to say that this is only my way of how I would do a YouTube design, because I know that there are different ways of how you can do this, but I just do it my way because I think it's best. So what we're gonna do is, first of all, you start GIMP, and when your GIMP is ready, you just go here to data, new. So I'm going to create a new image. It's 640 by 400, that's enough. So this doesn't have to look very good, but you can don't make many things wrong. So we just click on our paint bucket tool. My foreground color is black, and now we fill this whole area with a nice looking black color. So once you've done that, you just go to data, save as, then you can type in the name. I call it black, and then you go here data type after ending. So I always have to double click on this. I don't know if you have to do it, but you can figure it out yourself, I guess. So then I choose here this JPEG picture. This is really the best format. You click here on the save button, and now this setup thing actually appears. You just hit save again, because this is just some black image. You don't have to do very much things. So right now I'm going to do this with the Google Chrome browser. I know that many people say that you only can create a good YouTube design with Mozilla Firefox, but actually that's not true. I'm going to show it to you. So what I actually did on my YouTube channel is that when you click on your channel, so right now it looks like this. So this is not the design I created. I did this because of the tutorial. So what you're gonna do is you go to background and color, then show more options. And what I did is, the transparency before I did this was on 100%, so it would look like this, but this is pretty hard to make a cool channel design. So what I did is just make the transparency. You click here on none. So this shows these white boxes the best. So our image was only 640 by 400, so you also have to click here background continue. You have to tick this box, otherwise it would look like this. You only had here some little bit black here. So if you tick this box, you see that this black image we created continues. So I would do this, and just here I already installed Fireshot. So what we're gonna do is we go to Google, and once we're Google, we just type in Fireshot, and we see that Google shows us this website. The link is also in the description, so it should be no problem. And on this website we can actually choose what sort of Fireshot we want to have. We can have it for Mozilla Firefox, how surprising, but we can also have it for our Chrome browser, Thunderbird, SeaMonkey and the Internet Explorer. I don't know about Thunderbird, it's pretty nonsense I guess, because the Thunderbird browser is actually based on Mozilla Firefox. So if you want to have the Fireshot, I already have it for my Google Chrome. You can see here this little icon. So if you want to have Fireshot for your Google Chrome browser, you just double click on that Chrome icon, and because of my antivirus software I always have to confirm it down here. So I'm going to click on next. And now it actually asks me if I want to install if I want to install the Fireshot system. So I don't want to install it because I already have it. And yeah, so I'm just going to close my Google Chrome browser because I actually did this with Fireshot. You know, you just hit that little S, then or maybe I'm just going to show it on Mozilla. Maybe it is the best. Some of these people would prefer it if I do this, so I'm just going to show it on Mozilla. It's no difference actually between these two programs, between the Chrome browser and the Mozilla Firefox. So as I told you, you can also download Fireshot from this website for the Internet Explorer. That is something I actually wouldn't recommend because the Internet Explorer is actually the most useless browser you can have, and you know, I just would prefer that you would download this for Google Chrome browser or the Mozilla Firefox. So once you get with your browser to your channel, it shall look something like this. You know, with your white boxes all here. What I also would recommend doing is that you sign out before you make this with Fireshot, because you can see your username, your subscribe button and all that stuff. I think that's pretty useful as well. You don't have to do it. It's just my way of how I would do that. So we just hit this little S here. And now you see that it captured our whole page. So it's pretty cool. So now we're able to save our image here. Pictures, yeah, okay, save. It's creating now the image, and we don't need this either. We also do not need this. So now we have our YouTube channel done. So we can now go on creating our YouTube channel design, our YouTube background in a professional way. So what I have here is actually the design of my channel. I did this before, so it worked out pretty well for me. So I'm going to use this one. You can, you know, use it the way I told you to, so it's easier for me, you know. So, and then it looks like this. It's pretty huge, so our zoom is about 25%. And you know, let's just get started. So what we're going to do is, we see that we have this YouTube banner up here, but this actually doesn't belong to our channel. So we want to have that erased. So what you're gonna do, you hold your control button and then you can easy zoom in. You just scroll here and you can easy zoom in. So we will start here in the left corner. You just go to your square tool. Everything is on default by now. So now you have to extremely zoom in because we want to get this done as good as possible because we want to have this as our YouTube design. So it's pretty easy. You just make such a square. So now we can zoom a little bit out. Otherwise it would take very long to do this. So what we're gonna do is we want to cut that one off. So that should be enough for now. You just make a right click on it, then you go to edit and cut off. What we are doing now is still we have our square tool here. Again we zoom in and now we're going to start here on the right corner. So what I do is just I want to cut this whole area. Want to cut it out. Again I zoom a little bit so that it gets bigger. I just cut it out, so this is fairly more easy to work with. I just go down my whole channel. I know that there are some different methods of how you can do this, but I think this is really the best. Again, we make a right click, go to edit, and also we cut it off. So then this is all white. So we're just gonna close it, and no, we don't want to save it. Again, we just make a new data, and you can see it actually didn't overtake our the sizes of our image. So what we're gonna do is we just hit again the right mouse button, go to edit, and we want to insert. So right now GIMP has actually the size of our image. We don't have our YouTube thing up here. We don't have this anymore, so right now we can start working on our YouTube background. So what we're gonna do is we just create a new layer right here. So here you can see that YouTube knows now the sizes of my image. What you can do with the height is that you can do it. My height is 2594. You can I could do it on 3000 if I'm not sure if my channel grows a little bit. So I'm just going to use these sizes because it's really easy to do it. Everything I let here on default, so I'm not going to change really anything. You just hit the OK button and you see that now you have a new layer. So why do we need a new layer? Because we want to work on this layer. We are not going to work directly on our picture. This is also a layer. We just want to have a new layer so we can work on this thing here. So what I'm going to do is again